Today, we're going to talk about the most important word in business. And what's that word? How to say no. I can't emphasize to you enough how important the word no is to your business. And here's why. When you start a business, instantly you're going to get things in the mail to try to solicit money out of you. You're going to get, hey, you need a labor poster. We'll send you one for $150. Hey, let us host your domain site for your website. Hey, let's do X, Y, and Z. Say no to all that crap. Okay. You're going to be confused because you're new to business ownership. You're going to be like, oh, I have to do this stuff. Trust me, it's just a solicitation. Throw it in the trash. Say no. Say no to people that want to take your money when you're first starting. There are a million people in business that are willing to do consulting, marketing, all sorts of things, and they will take your money gladly, but they're not going to perform the way they promise. I promise you that, especially with marketing companies. I have paid a dozen marketing companies a dozen different ways. They have all failed. The only ones that work are the ones I do internally. All right. So say no to the temptation. Say no to buying a new machine. You don't have the clientele to support a new machine. Say no to learning some really expensive treatment. Say no to, hey, I think I'm going to fly to this conference to learn a little bit more. All right. Maybe that's not the best time for it. So say no to overspending. Start small and work your way up. All right. So now you've got a business going. Now you got to say no to other people. Who are you saying no to? Clients. When I was first started in my business, clients would come in and they want everything. And I would say yes to everything because I wanted to sell my services. And I over prescribed and over treated patients as a result. I got them into therapies they didn't necessarily need because I didn't have the experience or the ability to tell them, no, that's not what's best for you. Here's a perfect example. This just happened a few months ago. I had a client come in, obviously had gotten treatments in other med spas, and she came in looking, in my opinion, overdone. Big fat lips, obscenely, injected cheeks, things like that. Frozen forehead. I mean, the list goes on. And she came in and she wanted more lip filler. And I'm looking at her lips going, they're already overdone. This is what I'm thinking to myself. And in my earlier years, I would have said, yeah, let me put some more filler in there and make you look ridiculous, right? But I didn't do that. I said, honestly, your lips look overdone to me right now. I said it much nicer than that. I can't remember exactly how I said, but hey, I don't think you need any more filler in your lips. Well, I want filler in my lips. I understand that, but there's no space for filler in your lips. Are you saying I'm overdone? I'm not saying you're overdone, but I'm saying if I do another treatment, you will look overdone. So you're not going to treat me? No, I don't think that's what's right for you. That conversation's difficult. Okay. She wants a treatment. I know that if I don't do the treatment, I'll never see her again, which happened. And I sent her out the door without doing a treatment. Why did I do that? Because she's my walking billboard. I don't want somebody out there going, "Ugh, who did her lips?" Okay. And my name's attached to it. That's not my brand. My brand is natural. Okay. If your brand's overdone, then go for it, right? She ended up going and leaving a 1-star Google review. And she said something along the lines of, Dr. John told me that I wasn't a good candidate and that I was overdone and that I shouldn't get any more filler. And I just can't believe he wouldn't treat me when I wanted to get treated. I'll take those 1-star Google reviews all the time because somebody is going to eventually find that 1-star Google review, read it, and that's actually a compliment to my practice, right? It's basically saying Dr. John has limits. He won't let you get looking overdone. Okay. And that's great. Give me all those 1-star Google reviews all day long because that is my practice. Right. So learn how to say no. I went to aesthetic conference about a year ago, and everybody in the industry that I'm walking down the hallway and I'm interacting with, they're all overdone. Too much lip filler, too much cheek filler, because they don't see it, because they just add a little bit every year. And over the course of 10, 15 years being an injector, they tend to look overdone. And it baffles me because they are treating patients. The patients are coming in, they're noticing they're overdone, and they're still getting treatment from them. So say no. If you don't think a patient is a good candidate, say no. If you don't have the skill set to do what they're asking, say no. And it will save you time and hassle in the long run. So that's why no is the most important thing in your business. Learn how to use it appropriately and watch your business grow.